So, welcome everybody. Thank you, Oxford House, for hosting us tonight to bring self empowerment and Reiki meditation to us. Welcome, Luis, Shadi, Khalil, Wayne, Melissa. And tonight we're going to be talking about love, how love can transform our lives, and it's a physical chemical shift. So, I'm going to share the screen now with you. Now, can you see the self-empowerment with the Oxford House logo?
Yes.
Okay, great. Good. Always want to check in. So, folks, most of you know who I am, Wendy Wisner, and I'll be moving on from here. Today, we're going to talk about how love can heal us. And then we're going to move into a Reiki meditation that balances our mind, body, and our spirit. So every week we start off with a hug. If you could cross your arms and put one hand on each bicep, close your eyes, and just gently rock left to right. Take deep belly breaths. You may feel your bottom, feel your feet on the ground. As we start to tune into our body, and if I were there with you, I'd be giving you a big hug. And we can do this for ourselves each and every day. It's amazing how we can activate the same feel-good experience as if a friend were there hugging us. Can you feel it? Excellent. Okay. So we're going to start with a prayer. Highest source of light, masters, Reiki masters, healing beings, and the guides and angels and masters of each and every person here. Come for our highest good, highest healing, highest purpose, and highest truth. Ground, center, clear, balance, connect, and align with our highest and best love and light. Maximize this experience and make me a clear channel for the love and light. Amen. Okay, so there are thousands of songs about love. We know that when we are feeling love for ourselves and for others, we can access the very fabric of our universe. Um, we've tapped into what connects us all, and the love actually comes from our soul. There's specific brain chemistry that is activated. But most importantly, when we connect through love, and love can be a myriad of things. It could be what you feel for a pet. It could be what you feel for a friend. It could be what you feel for a lover. It could be what you feel for your grandchild. But when we're feeling love, we're connecting not only with that essence of another person, but who we really are inside. So, what's love? Khalil, what's love to you?
I actually, in describing love, it would be inadequate to just say a feeling. And I really do not have the adequate words to truly describe what love is.
You know, the Course of Miracles calls love God and uses those two words synonymously. So perhaps you're tapping into the real experience of love. How do you describe the higher power?
Love.
Yeah. Anybody else want to tackle what is love? You silenced us, Khalil. So let's talk about what happens with love, and then perhaps we can move from there. So love is incredibly powerful. It actually switches off parts of the brain that create fear. It switches off parts of the brain that create pain. And when we're feeling love, it's very difficult to feel judgment or hatred. And it increases our empathy or compassion. So I want you to close your eyes for a minute and think about somebody that you love. Your mom, your dad, your grandchild, your friend, and feel that emotion. So what you're actually feeling is your brain secreting chemicals. And what is amazing, I mean, Oxford House is first and foremost here for people in recovery. And you have just secreted the same chemicals of dopamine and endorphins that opioids elicit in our body. You're feeling serotonin that's boosting your mood. You're reducing pain, decreasing anxiety, and it's going to help you sleep better. What are you feeling? Any of these things?
I can definitely feel an activity in my brain. I don't know what it's called, but there's some chemicals going around.
Yeah?
Feel good. So,
Well, there you go. You've got what's called the endorphins factor, the feeling of well-being. Anybody else have any emotional response?
I mean, the word that explains it for me is I feel balanced. I don't feel on the edge. I don't feel on the edge this far or where. I just feel balanced, like in right in the middle of it all.
Nice, nice. Anybody else? How'd you do, Wayne?
Well-being and happiness.
Nice.
I I was a Buddhist, and we had our meeting today, and the theme of our meeting was practicing for self and for others. And I was explaining in this meeting about one of my student workers. I was ready to reassign him to another office, and he just bust out crying. And at that moment, I felt a lot of compassion for him. And make a long story short, that I said, whatever he's going through, that he didn't have to go through that by himself. And by him, me relating to him what he was going through, that even though I introduced him to the practice, that through the semester I saw a change in him. I felt joy in that, the scene that he was getting better emotionally. It's like I think like the whole world was lifted off his shoulder.
Beautiful. So the brain on love creates confidence and turns everyone and everything special in the world. And so, yes, we have those special people that we send love to, we turn it on, so to speak. What I'm suggesting is feeling those feelings that you felt just a few moments ago with that special person in your heart and in your mind, and turn it on for others. Wayne, you described somebody in your class. Using that going forward is a selfish thing. It makes you feel better, and it makes the other person know that they are loved and cared for. So it's a win-win. You're especially as we are coming through COVID, we spent the last year and a half dealing with a lot of fears, keeping away from people. And even in this moment, it's difficult to feel connection when we have masks, and more masks are going to be required of us in the coming months. But connect to your hearts, folks, and start opening your heart regardless of masks, regardless of what's happening with COVID or not COVID. It's healthy for the other person, and it's really healthy for you. So there's a great book, The 5 Love Languages, and it comes in all sorts of varieties today. There's a book for children, there's a book for men, for teenagers, and it talks about the way we express love. There's the words of appreciation and encouragement. Wayne, you talked about that just now. Giving gifts, service. You might fix somebody dinner. Just spending time with somebody. And then the physical touch. So there's a wonderful website, the5lovelanguages.com, and you can take a test if you are challenged with, when I've dated other people before Rodrigo, I used to take this test and have the other person that I was dating take this test. And we learned how we each expressed our love or how we care about somebody. And you can do this with friends, you can do this with roommates. And you find out that all of us were brought up differently. And in my household, acts of service, taking out the garbage and doing the little things, um, and in my household, people fixed meals. My grandparents, my cousins, my aunts, uncles. That acts of service was our primary way of expressing love. Well, different people grow up differently. Perhaps they need to be touched. And then there are others that were not touched so much. So understanding where the other person is coming from opens up your ability to connect with people. And you learn where there are areas that you indeed have an opportunity of growth. Any questions about that? Okay. So the Doctor of Love recommends at least 8 hugs a day. And I've just taught you that you can hug yourself in this moment in time. If you can't get out, do that. You can pick up the phone, you can type out, use the L word. Certainly, we're going to use meditation in a few moments. Social media, believe it or not, you get the same oxytocin hit by using social media. Just doing something nice and playing music can activate those increased feelings of feel good chemicals in your body. How do other people create that love feeling? How do you guys do that? Are there other ways that you activate it for yourself?
One of my favorites is like, you never know what anyone's going through, and just going into a store and just smiling at someone and just telling them to have a good day. Just, I don't know, makes me feel good, because you just don't know if that's something that they may have needed or not. But just smiling at people brings joy, and I think it is just a love.
Thank you. Anybody else?
I I don't think I've ever thought of it in the context of activating a love feeling for self or anyone else.
Mm.
But to respond to the question, is music. I play music. I if I see myself in a mood other than I desire, there is a certain set of music by particular artists that
Mm-hmm.
I could put on, and it totally changes my mood to a higher frequency of mood. And I'm, I could identify with you saying that I feel more loving, uh, but I hadn't ever identified it like that prior to this session.
Good, good. Well, I'm glad I brought something to you tonight, Cleo. Anybody else want to add something that perhaps we haven't talked about? Okay, great. So, as you know, I usually send you away with the challenge. How are you going to express love this week? What is it that you can do for yourself and for others to raise the chemistry, the brain chemistry, the vibration of our planet, to help you feel better and them too? So let's go into the Reiki meditation now. For those that are, everybody here has participated in Reiki meditation before, but for those that may be watching this on YouTube, we're going to breathe deeply, deep belly breaths. For those of you who are Reiki folks, you may want to draw your symbols. We're going to be focusing our mind. If your mind drifts, bring it back. And we're going to be gently touching ourselves and receiving healing from the higher power. So here's the symbols for those that may need them. And if you don't know Reiki, no worries, because I'm going to be leading this and you don't have to worry about it. All right. So take a deep breath, close your eyes, and put your hands on top of your head. And feel the white light entering you from all aspects, opening your crown, connecting you with your higher power. You may feel some reorganization in your brain. This is where your computer lives. Opening and allowing yourself to connect. opening your light. With those who have had headache, allowing the anxiety and frustration to leave. Just dissipate. Inviting the brain to activate fully. Having blood flow go to the appropriate areas of the brain. Inviting the brain's neurochemistry to optimize. Bringing peaceful activation of your nervous system. You may feel that going down your spine. And blow out. As your parasympathetic nervous system activates, greater peace in every aspect of your body. We move our hands to cover our eyes and our cheeks. And invite our parathyroid, our limbic system to calm. This is where we hold our fight, flight, freeze, and our memories. Calming our body, our hippocampus. Allowing ourselves to breathe easier. Activating our senses. You may feel deeper relaxation of your eyes, your cheeks. We hold so much tension in our body and our faces. And inviting our skull, our skin to relax. And blow out, just feeling that deeper, wonderful relaxation. Calm. And moving your hands to the sides of your face. And inviting our right and left brains to synchronize. Come online. Balancing our emotional being with our thought being. And our right and left sides of our brain. Opening you to the light. And blow out. You may feel your forehead relaxing. It's where we do a lot of our thinking. Cortex coming online fully. Allowing greater focus and clarity. And again, activating our psychic senses, our regular senses. Optimizing. And we move our hands to the back of our head. And we may want to feel our brainstem and our third eye as we come together. Reptilian brain and third eye together. Opening our third eye to greater vision for a future, activating our intuition, and a deeper connectedness to our higher self. Some of you may want to keep your one hand on the back of your head and put the second hand on your forehead. And this creates an incredible sense of calm for me and peace, creating greater focus. And you may feel your sinuses open. We invite our sinus cavities to open more fully so that we breathe better and take in greater information, because the breath activates us for life and connection to the higher power, to our higher self, and it invokes life throughout our whole being as our body takes in that breath of oxygen, balances with the carbon dioxide, and we expel all the toxins that we just don't need anymore. Be it mental, physical, or emotional, or spiritual. Breathing in the light and breathing out the shadow. Breathing in the light. And we move to our throat. Where we hold our will to express ourselves fully to ourselves and to others. What if you've had a pain in your neck? Where's the pain, or what is the pain in the neck that you've been holding on to? Blow out and let it go. Some of you are going through deep transformations. You may feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders as you're going through this transformation. And if you want, you can move your hands to your shoulders. And feel the peace that the higher power brings to you. And I invite you to let those burdens go and just set them on the floor just for this next half hour. Blow out. Surrender. Good. Some of you have some uncried tears. We hold those uncried tears in our lungs. And blow out, allowing the hurt and pain to release. Good. We talked about love tonight. So as we move to our heart, this is where we hold our will to love. And some of us have been holding back a bit in that part of our being and in our lives. Breathe into your heart. Open this part of your being, allowing the energy to flow front to back and back to front. We hold our unconscious thoughts in our back. Open that part of you. Just use your imagination and allow the universe to bring you wisdom. Well done. Feel that shift? Flow out as you let go of what you don't need anymore. Good. Let go of the anger. Let go of the frustration. As you let that go, you make more room for love in your life. So we're going to save, we'll come back to this part of us as we keep moving. And I take my hand to my solar plexus, to my belly. And you can either put one hand in front, one hand in back, or if it's more comfortable, you can put two hands in the front, whichever is best for you. Because the higher power knows your intention. And this is an important area for us in this moment in time, activating our intuition, because that intuition lives in our gut. Some of you have been wanting to connect with your higher self, a piece of the mental being lives here. Good. Allow it to come out. And you may feel lightness and tension leave your being. And blow out. Much of our fear and anxiety lives in this part of our body. Surrender and let it go. Beautiful. Inviting the pancreas to strengthen. Some of you have had some weakness, have diabetes. Inviting the kidneys to come online more strongly. Improve digestion. And again, activate stronger immune. And blow out. Several of you are really taking in the energy here. Let's continue to give this to ourselves. Feel the light and love enter every part of your being. Beautiful. And we move to our lower abdomen, below our belly, belly button. And for the women on the call, this is where we hold our personal power. For all of us, this is where we hold our will to feel. And without this willingness to feel, there is no ability to love. Opening ourselves to a feeling of all variety. We're human. We're mammals. Mammals feel anger. Mammals feel discomfort sometimes. And mammals feel love. Open. Allow. Blow out. Again, inviting the back to open. You may feel your hips expanding. Inviting the spine to optimize for full health and well-being. Good. Feeling greater safety and security. And that greater willingness to feel may activate different parts of you. You may feel it in your brain, your throat, even your heart. Beautiful shift. And we move to the root, to our groin, where we feel safety and security, activating and strengthening our will to live. For men, this is where we hold our personal power. This is where we ground. Allow this part of you to activate, strengthening our ability for finances, earning money, creating a deeper connection with our humanness, with our body. And blow out. As we feel deeper love and affection for our home and all those who are in it. Blow out. Keep going. Allow this part of you to expand. See the deep color of red activating. Some of you have been locked down in this part of you. Open. Good. And as you open this part of you, you may feel other parts of you activate, like your lower abdomen just came online as you allowed this part of you to open. Good job. Oh. Then we move to our knees. Opening our knee chakras, where we have a greater willingness to move forward in our life. Some of us have been a bit stuck over the last few months. Allow that part of you to open. The physical plane, a little more juice, lubricant on those joints. Some of us have overtaxed that part of us. Inviting more cartilage, greater flexibility. Inviting the bone marrow to optimize throughout our body. Even here. Breathe into this part of us. And you may want to put your hands behind your knees, because again, that's where our unconscious self is. And invite that part of you to expand. Different sensation. Open. And allowing the energy to move right to left, left to right, front to back, back to front. Expansion. Filling you with light and love. Beautiful. And you may feel the energy going down your feet, discarding what you don't need anymore. Allow Mother Earth to transmute that to love and light. Beautiful. And move to your ankles. And for those that can't reach, just set your intention to move to your ankles. So our lymph system is here, one of its spots. We activate our greater flexibility in another piece of our immune system. Without these wonderful ankles, it would be possible to walk. We love our ankles. We love every part of our body. There we go. Beautiful. And moving to our feet, sending love and light up through our meridians into every part of our body. And blow out. Opening the door, connecting deeply with the earth, going down through the layers into the magma, connecting with the crystals of the earth, the mycelium, which is that beautiful connector to everything that lives, connecting to the waters, connecting to the native cultures of our evolution, and finally connecting to the crystal in the center of the earth, grounding us fully. We feel the power of Mother Earth enveloping us in her love and light. Feel that love coming up through us and connecting with the higher power, the love and light. And it expands into every facet of our being. And take your hands to your heart again. Expanding your heart, allowing love to enrich you. Some of you have been holding back. Feel the pain. It's okay. It's part of living. This is your opportunity to feel, acknowledge, and let it go. What wisdom has that experience brought you? Honor that wisdom. And blow out. Let that burden go. I know it's hurt you for a long time. Give it. Surrender it. You may feel shifts in other parts of your being as you're activating love. The heart is literally 5,000 times stronger and more powerful than the brain. It's measured by science. This is where the real juice comes from. This is real transformation. You want to connect with your higher self. Open your heart to love. Greater intuition. Love more. You're going to feel other parts of you expand now. And finally, take your hands on your groin and on the top of your head, and having the energy flow top to bottom, bottom to top. Beautiful. And when you're ready, feel your fingers, start wiggling them. Start wiggling your toes. And gently, when you're ready, open your eyes. What were your experiences?
For the first time in probably 2 weeks, there's more lightness. I don't feel like I'm drowning completely.
I'm thrilled to hear that, Melissa. Good. How about anyone else want to share?
I'm definitely more peaceful, more grounded,
Great.
more clear here, less thoughts.
Yay. Wonderful, Shadi. Anyone else?
When, excuse me, when we were doing the meridians, I could really feel the energy flowing when we were down at the feet. I mean, an intense amount of energy flowing.
Terrific. How is it for you, Wayne?
What you said, the soul effects. It was down there that I felt a lot of energy in my hands. And then we said to blow out. Then I felt a sense of relief.
Beautiful. I'm glad to hear that. How are you, Khalil? You look so peaceful.
Yeah. Little more balance, a little bit more connection.
Beautiful. Oh, folks, that was wonderful. So my challenge to you this week, love yourself more. Love everything around you. I promise it'll pay off. It's a selfish request to love. It really is. And isn't that beauty of healing, right? I love you guys. I really do. You're wonderful souls to me, and I'm so grateful for you. Blessings. Have a beautiful week. Next week, I'm going to bring a little more science. Yeah, we'd always talk a little science, but I'm reading a couple of books right now, and I'm not sure which one I'm going to bring to you first, but it's some cutting edge stuff going on right now in brain science world. So I'm looking forward to bringing that to you. Big hugs, lots of love. Have a great week.
You too.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.